Greetings! This is a short video made by the team Vietnamese và những người bạn to show you what we have seen and learned during the visit to one of the famous places in Ho Chi Minh City. Welcome to the Ho Chi Minh City Museum of Fine Arts, located at 978 Production Street, District 1. This museum stands proudly in the heart of Ho Chi Minh City, inviting visitors into the world where history and art converge. The building is a masterpiece itself. Designed in the Baroque architectural style of the 18th century European Renaissance, covered by many gracious pillars, giving it a timeless and elegant charm. More than just architecture, the museum is a true cultural treasure. It has become one of the Vietnam's major art centers, housing an impressive collection of paintings, sculptures, and fine arts antiquities that reflect not only the rich heritage of Vietnam, but also the broader history of human creativity. Simply put, the museum is a work of art in itself, a place where every corner tells a story, every detail holds meaning, and every visitor lives with an inspiration. Let's talk about its layout. The whole museum was painted light yellow. There are three separate buildings. The first building is modern art, exhibiting two famous national treasures, Thanh niên Thành Đồng by Nguyễn Sáng and Vườn Xuân Trung Nam Bắc by Nguyễn Gia Trí. Second building is special exhibition from the museum collection, and the last is the Asian contemporary art. Once you step in the museum, you'll find yourself immersed in the artistic world from the past. To slowly understand the emotion which the artist tried to express through lights and colors.
Every art in this museum has its own story, but we will only focus on this artwork, Agent Orange. A warm-themed painting by artist Nguyễn Văn Bôm offers a powerful and deeply moving portrayal of a society scarred by the long-lasting aftermath of war, painted in oil. The artwork uses a dominant palette of red, orange, brown, and gray to evoke a heavy, suffocating atmosphere filled with pain and death. The stark contrast between the fiery orange background and the pale, sickly green tones of human skin, paired with dim, faded light, intensifies the sense of life slipping into death. Sharp, jagged lines trace the twisted, deformed bodies of victims, capturing their suffering, disease, and torment. The cruel legacy of toxic chemicals, ancient grades, and haunting details like scarred trees and cracked earth create a barren, lifeless landscape that speaks of loss and abandonment. The expressions of the victims' faces, marked by pain, fear, and silent resignation, along with outstretched hands deeply fissured across their bodies, and falling tears, speak volumes about the agony endured by innocent civilians in times of war.
This reminds me of a time when I felt lost and overwhelmed. There was a period in my life when everything seemed blurry. I couldn't find motivation, and emotion was just too much. When I look at the artwork, I suddenly remember that feeling. It wasn't the colors or the details, but the emotion hidden inside the brushstroke. It was raw, almost painful, but also strangely comforting. I realized that someone else, maybe the artist, had found something similar, and somehow, through this painting, they were saying, "You are not alone." Art is not just happy. Art is a safe space for pain, confusion, and woe. It's the place where we find ourselves again when work fails. It's a silent conversation between the artist and the viewer, full of truth, depth, and healing.